Hello friends! So I wanted to add authentication to my site. I currently don't have user management at all on kentcdodds.com. And the reason I want to do this is, there are a couple of reasons. I think it's kind of about time. I haven't needed to do this because my courses, I don't manage the users. That's all Egghead managing their users for me. And so I don't have to worry about it, which has been really nice. I haven't had to do anything with that for my whole time. I do have email addresses and stuff in ConvertKit, but I don't really need to manage that either. That's kind of all built in. But what I wanted to do was I have this idea. I kind of feel bad spoiling it because it'd be a pretty cool release, like announcement release sort of thing. But yeah, it's whatever. The idea is I want to, you know how in Pokemon Go, I mean, maybe you don't. At the beginning, when you sign up for an account, they invite you to choose one of three teams. You can either be red team, blue team, or yellow team. I think I'm red or blue. I can't remember, but I haven't played in a long time. But and then like you interact with these teams in slightly different ways and stuff. It's kind of fun. It makes the whole experience more like a community experience and kind of more fun, like you're not playing all by yourself. And so I was, for a long time, I've been wanting to do some sort of something like that for my website so that you could sign up for kentcdodds.com, and then you choose a team, one of those same colors. And then on each blog post, it will show you two sets of numbers. The first set is how many people per team have read this article before, and then how many people per team are on the page right now. I think that could just make it pretty interesting. I mean, it could probably would be 0 on the page right now most of the time, but there would probably be a handful of folks. And of course, this would also be people who have signed up. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be kind of interesting. And then of course that would lead in more naturally into people giving me their email address and everything, and getting on the mailing list and whatnot as well. So there's like that incentive too, but it's mostly just kind of the whimsy sort of fun and make things unique and interesting. So in any case, I need to have user authentication. I could do this with local storage, and I thought about doing this with local storage instead. And maybe I'll I'll give up and decide to go with that. Or maybe session storage or something. Or I mean, yeah, probably just local storage. The problem with that, of course, is then like it could be gamed really easily, or if you join on your different devices, then you'd have to choose which team you're on and stuff. So yeah, I think that a user account system is what I really want. It just makes it more legit. So that is kind of what I want to go with. But I don't have an existing solution for authentication that I've used and been happy with like for a really long time. I haven't built my own application that used authentication for quite some time. I've used Firebase in the past, and that worked out pretty well. I think I just want to be able to do, like, I don't know, maybe I'll just say connect with GitHub, acting under the assumption that everybody who reads my stuff has or should set up a GitHub account. But yeah, I don't know. Jens is suggesting that I could use Split B to measure live visitor count. So maybe I could use some third-party service as well. But it's more than just the count, because I need to know what team they're on, right? And so they need to be able to select what team, and then I need to store that somewhere. And that's why local storage kind of might work. But I think having an account makes a lot of sense, probably. So yeah, and I've thought maybe I could use auth 0. I'm not sure. So just need to play around with it and investigate. And I'm totally open to any tips that you all have. And yeah, so let me go ahead and share this screen. There we go. Here's my editor. We're probably not going to spend a lot of time in there. Most of the time right now is going to be spent just figuring out this stuff. So one other thing that I wanted to look at is, yeah, like where to store this auth information. And I'm definitely thinking Fauna Db is the way to go. I love, so I recently had explained to me what Fauna, or how Fauna DB works, and what they do is they replicate all of the data on the edge. So like kind of like a CDN where they push a copy of everything on the edge. So it's really, really fast. And then writes are slow. So to avoid inconsistency, what they do is when you're writing information, it doesn't come back until it's been propagated everywhere. And so writes are pretty like relatively slow for that reason. But that's fine because we don't write very often, at least not in my use cases. We read way more, and so I want really fast reads. And I'm actually hoping that in the future, I'm gonna publish my website as maybe a Cloudflare worker or a Netlify Edge worker or something, so that everything's just on the edge and just outrageously fast. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what. This is probably where I'm gonna store stuff. Now, whether or not I'm gonna try and build my own auth, as I have been known to tweet, you shouldn't do that. That remains to be seen. So anyway, I'm just gonna check out something really quick. Because I know Ryan Florence has been doing some stuff with authentication. Do you have some of that auth stuff you showed me lying around anywhere? Yeah, because he showed me something pretty cool with authentication with Remix, that like you could package it up and it'd be really nice. But we'll see. And I'm just gonna ask the. Oh yeah, he responded. Sorry, really quick. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I think okay, sorry, Ryan's just answering he replied right away. I didn't expect that. So there is, I've never used .0. I've used Firebase before. I've used Passport.js before. Let's go ahead and I'll start from just having, well, shoot, a lot of this depends on what I end up doing. Yens, okay, cool. Thank you for correcting me. I do appreciate the corrections. I'm gonna just post it in here really quick. Yeah, so Ryan is suggesting Firebase, I think. The reason that I kind of don't want to go with Firebase is because, well, the library is just enormous for authentication, but I wonder if I could just do all that server side, if I could manage that. I don't know if that would be possible. Probably not. But yeah, the other thing is, I'd like to co-locate my my hosting with my authentication, because potentially, or yeah, because I would assume that things would be faster. And I realize that's kind of a premature optimization, but if I can just make that decision from the start, then I don't need to worry about it. And I can host on Firebase. Remix does have a Firebase package, but I'm just not used to hosting on Firebase, and I really like Netlify. And Netlify does have an authentication solution, so maybe I could go with that, but theirs is more geared toward client-side authentication, whereas I'm fine, like I'd actually prefer to just use cookies and do all the authentication on the server side, and so it's all HTTP only. So yeah, he's just replying to me really quick. Yeah, he's saying Firebase Auth is free, so that's why he prefers that. Yeah, and all of his data hosting is on Firebase already, so that makes sense. Yeah, I would drag this over, but he doesn't know that I'm sharing or I'm streaming right now, and it would be impolite of me to just drag the window over and have him send messages to me with you all watching. So sorry, this is the sort of thing that I probably should have done before starting streaming, but here we are. So this shouldn't take too long, hopefully. So he's saying it's a couple of steps. Auth in the client according to Firebase's normal tutorials. Call auth.get ID token and submit that to a remix action. In the remix action, set the ID token in the session. Now your loader's actions can use Firebase server APIs to validate the token session. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Sure would like to see an example of that. I assume that lots of this will be very similar regardless of what provider you use. Kind of do want to try Auth0. I don't think, let me just check out Firebase really quick. I'm gonna go log in to that. Go to console. Okay. Okay. So we're going to create a project for this. Yeah, I think Firebase is fine for authentication, and it doesn't have to be super fast. Having it be a little fast would be nice, but yeah, I'm not to the point where I need to optimize to that level, so we're fine. And hopefully I'd be able to swap this out. Okay, authentication. Get started. Sweet. Okay, cool. I think I'll want email and password. And I know people hate it, but I love it. Takes additional configuration steps. All right, maybe we'll turn that on later. I don't want to do all this extra work. So we'll just enable that. I think that I would want to enable a GitHub as well. Yeah, the thing is that I want to be able to say, hey, I'm going to get your email address. I guess that I can get it from GitHub though. So yeah, we'll enable that later. Let's just start with email and password. Yeah, localhost, And right now I'm hosted on Heroku. This is unfortunate, but that's where we are right now. I'm gonna be switching over to Netlify probably. Heck, maybe I'll just do Firebase. I don't know. We'll see. They don't have a Netlify wrapper yet for Remix, so I'd have to do some of the glue stuff myself, and I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Okay, I just noticed a couple chats here in Discord, so let me take a look at those really quick. Maple Leaf just said that the speech role may not work. Bummer. Here, let me take a look. I don't see the role for you, Maple Leaf, so that is probably why. But I do see that you have the reaction on there, so let me just check that out really quick. 6 reaction roles. Hold on a second. I don't think I added. Oh, gosh, dang it. I forgot to add the role that it adds when you give that reaction. Snap. I wonder if this will update everybody now. So if I go back to KCD Meetup here. Nope. Oh, snap. Yeah, gosh dang it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to the announcements and say, sorry everybody. Ah, shoot. Or maybe it'll add it later. I don't know. Ah, dang it. So I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna really quick look at that. Here, and I can show you all this. It's fine. So if I go over to members and look at this role, voice participant. Okay, so Jens just got it, but I'm guessing that's because they removed and re-added themselves here. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to, can I delete all of them? I think I should be able to. Ah, shoot. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
I just got it.
Did you have to remove and re-add yourself?
Yes. What I had to do was I had to open the actual emote menu and then find the megaphone emote and add it instead of just clicking the reaction. Which I don't think that should be a difference.
No, it shouldn't. Definitely should not be a difference to doing that. So, oh, here.
Maybe it was the time that I just waited. It's probably a weird bug.
Yeah, I'm gonna just remove all those reactions, and then I'm gonna test. Save this. Yeah, it looks like it did not add it itself, but that's fine. It's probably the bot doesn't need to have its own reaction on there. Okay, so now I think we should be good. And I'm not going to make an announcement about that. I think people will figure it out. So, yeah. Bummer. My bad. Oh, and now everybody's colors are changing. Whoops. I don't want to change colors on that. So let me go back to the roles and make sure the order is in a good spot. Everybody should be the same color. There we go. Okay, anyway, yeah, so being tied to third parties, I'm the same. I don't like being tied to third parties, but I also like to ship stuff. And I mean, I could implement this myself and do my own, like, I don't know, session Redis database or something, but I don't know.
If you like pain, then sure.
If I like paying?
If you like pain.
Oh, pain. Oh, yeah. Implementing it myself? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that, like, hopefully I can keep Firebase in its own little thing and most everything else can just be around it, so I could switch if I decided to later. But I mean, that's always the pipe dream. So, so we'll see how good that goes. Okay. Anyway, so we've got these all set up. What can you change this to? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Sign up quota. Oh, okay. 100 per hour. Boy, that seems like a lot, right? I wouldn't want somebody making 100 things in an hour. I don't know. Maybe I'm worried. They have defaults. We'll just go with their defaults. Okay, cool. So now I need to, here, actually, Ryan gave me step-by-step instructions. I mean, not in detail or anything, but should give me a framework for what order I do stuff in. He just said he's angry about not being done with Remix yet. So I'm going to give him the angry emoji reaction to that. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we auth in the client according to Firebase normal tutorials. All right. Whoa. There's somebody at the door. One of my kids' friends. He's so cute. Okay, so let's find where are their go-to docs. There we go. I landed on my shoulder really bad on snowboard on Friday. Pretty much every time I go snowboarding, I hurt something, because yesterday I went snowboarding and I hurt my pinky. Yeah, I don't know why I do this to myself, but anyway, we're going to go to authentication, reference, engage, release monitor, build. Yeah, there you are. I knew I'd find you there somewhere. Learn how to get started. Capabilities. Web. Hold on. Yeah, let's just start with email and password. Add Firebase to your JavaScript project. Sweet. Wait a second. Okay, yeah. Install your preferred editor IDE. Check. Sign into Firebase. Check. Don't already have a JavaScript project. Download one of our quick start samples. Nope, I'm good. Create a Firebase project. Check. Register your app. What does that mean? I think add app. Oh, because they want to do your hosting. Skip. Okay, no, this is the optional. So they're saying I've got to add. Oh, I think that's what this is. Overview page. Yeah, that's just the console. Okay, cool. So we've done that. Add Firebase SDKs and initialize Firebase using module bundlers. I'm using a module bundler. Great. So we're going to npm install save Firebase. I can do that. For the record, I have used Firebase Auth before, and in fact, I think it's still running. If we go to my own version of 2048, remember when that was all like the craze and stuff? I made one. Yeah, except now it's github.io. There it is. And I added user authentication. I don't think it works anymore because I think I deleted it from my console. But yeah, it used to work and it would like keep your score. That's all that it did. And I made a pull request and they were like, we don't want Firebase getting my data and stuff. All right, whatever. I'll just enjoy playing 2048 on my phone and on my desktop and saving my best score for both of them. But anyway. Oh, sweet. Ryan just gave me a gist with a bunch of stuff. Dude, you are fabulous. Also, I'm streaming and everyone heard me call you fabulous. Aha. Okay, cool. So yeah, he said start in login. It's all one giant component, so that's cool. And then I think he said go to sample loader from there. And then we've got our Firebase server stuff. Cool. You know what? The heck with Firebase's instructions, I'm just going to go with this. And we'll modify until it works. They've got Firebase functions and Firebase admin in here. And do we have a process env? No. So probably have to do something to make this stuff work. But yeah, let's just go ahead and give this a good old little copy right there. And go to our app, utils, Firebase server.ts. Okay, and why do we need functions? Functions, config. I think that was unnecessary. Well, hold on a second. Config, because that's exported. Yeah, we don't need it. Okay, cool. That's good. Because I'm not using Firebase functions, but he's deploying. He copied that from his remix site. So that is probably why. Okay. And then actually, here's the DB, but I don't think we were using the DB either. Oh, wait, there it is. Users. Yeah, because he's storing all of the user data within Firebase. That's where things get a little tricky, because I wanted to see if I could use Fauna Db, because that would be awesome. But I think it'd probably be easier to authenticate and store data with Firebase. Oh, and that's probably why he doesn't have to do any environment variables or anything to authenticate with Firebase, because he's hosting on Firebase. My big problem with using Firebase for stuff is that the local development environment with Firebase is like, it's clearly been thought out, but it's like really complicated. I like my stuff to be easier. Okay. So let's see. Sorry, just talking back and forth really quick to Ryan. Okay, so we're gonna come. Yeah, I'm not gonna move over to Firebase for hosting quite yet. Maybe I'll move over there later. But let's see if we can get this working without doing that. And then if it's a real pain, then maybe I'll just move over and host on Firebase. Okay, but we are probably going to want Firebase admin. I wonder if Firebase brings that in. Yeah, Firebase. Package JSON. Firebase admin? No. Dependencies. Yeah, okay. So that is a completely different different package, looks like. So we'll bring in Firebase admin as well. Could I just store it in both places? Spy, I'm not sure what you mean by that. And then if you want to change the auth providers in the future, you wouldn't have to bother with migrations. Store what in both places? I'm not sure I understand what you're suggesting there. But normally when I hear store it in both places, I hear synchronizing problems. I want to have a single source of truth. Okay, so we're going to copy the login. Routes, login.tsx. Store the users that sign up. Yeah, so if I store them in two places, I don't know, like that sounds like twice the work. I'm not sure why I would do that. I just choose the one that I'm happier with and go with that one. Sorry, I'm probably misunderstanding you. What are you complaining about? Probably that it's too long. Yeah. You know what? I hate that rule. I need to disable that rule. It's pretty useless. Just because a function is long does not mean that it's complicated. You know what? Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to go to our ESLint config at the root, and we're going to disable that. See all these rules I keep on disabling? Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you, yeah, it's all of these are complaining about using let instead of const, because Ryan uses let and I use const. For crying out loud, what is this complaining about? Default row new error unhandled state. Okay, there we go. Why is this? Oh, thanks TypeScript. This is not a console log. That is that. There we go. Holy criminy. Jens, I do use ESLint config kensi-dots. This is all, in fact, this ESLint RC is extending from that through KCD scripts. I'm just overriding a bunch of stuff. Every project's going to be different. So yeah, especially when I'm early on going through stuff, I just want to move fast, and so I disable some rules that are kind of annoying. And then also, maybe there's a rule that I kind of want to turn off on all of my config, but I just don't want to take the time to do it right now. That's when rules end up in here quite a bit. Okay, cool. This redirect thing. Yeah, we'll have to have our own redirect. I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is a redirect from a loader. All right. So we're gonna need a const redirect. Oops. Row new error. To do implement redirect. Request any. That's going to give me a linting warning. Path string. Say unknown. There we go. Okay. Oh, for goodness sake. All right. Good. Get those red squigglies out of my face. Okay, so then we've got sessions, and I have a sessions thing here. Where's my session stuff? Oh, session storage there. And I don't have a root storage. What is that? I have a get session, commit session, destroy session. Oh, yeah, now you know my secret. Wonder what that root session thing is all about. So I feel bad asking Ryan about it because I know that he is busy. Oh, hey, he's on the stream. Cool. What's his root session, Ryan? Use remixes built-in redirect. That's what I thought. So let's do that. Redirect. I thought that didn't work for loaders for some reason. But I can't imagine why not. So, and create user session. So his session stuff is not just a create cookie session storage thing like mine is. Oh, root session. Oh, he's got his session stuff in here. I forgot. Sessions.ts. There it is. Okay, cool. We'll just copy this, and we'll put this in. Actually, let's just do the same thing he did, and we'll modify later. Sessions ts. Okay, let's come back up here. We'll go to utils sessions. And I don't need all of the fancy smancy stuff. We can get that later. Session server. Yeah. Okay, so this get customer thing, we get the customer from the request. We will have to implement that ourselves later. Boy, streaming really slows down this machine. Add missing function declarations. Where is it? There it is. You stick it down at the bottom? Come on now, put it close. ESLint really slows you down when you're just getting trying to hack something together, because these red lines freak me out. Okay, yeah, it's not thenable, but now it is. Yeah, that's interesting. So we'll just do unknown right now. And void for crying out loud. TypeScript. Will that do it for me? Maybe. And redirect. What is wrong with this? Oh. I guess I don't need to pass it the request. I suppose that makes sense. Okay, cool. So I know it's complaining about that. We've got our Firebase client also, which I think he gave me that. Oh, he didn't. That's probably okay, because I'm guessing this is just a small wrapper around the Firebase client. Or maybe he's updated it. Let's just see. no dice. I'm guessing this is just a couple of small things, and I actually don't care about sign in with GitHub right now, so we'll just get rid of that. And then cache control, I think I don't care about that right now either. Yeah. Ryan, so Ryan's still watching. He's telling me that he updated the gist, and he said, I think that's everything. There we go. We've got our client now. Sweet. Oh, there is a little bit more. Nice. Thanks, Ryan. Man, what a pal. Firebase client TS. All these lets, Ryan. Man, is that assignment going to change? I mean, I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe it will. var env window env Firebase. Interesting. What are you complaining about? Huh. I'm guessing this declaration is for this, but it doesn't like it for some reason. I do have something like this in my types, but it's, oh, there it is, index here. Env unknown. I'm not sure why this is oh, right. env is unknown. As Firebase unknown. Maybe that'll be happy. Now it's not happy because oh, that's interesting. Object. Is that it? Okay, now you're happy. Great. Right now I kind of don't care. I spend my life fixing problems. That my tools create for me. That's just what I do. I am a tool. I make my own problems by using tools, and then I solve the problems those tools offer me. Wait a second. Returning an awaited promise is required in this context. Why? That's a stupid rule. I enabled lots of these rules before I was using TypeScript regularly. And now I am running into situations where I think it's kind of stupid. So is it happier? Here, does it autofix? That is strange. Why would I do that? Who does this? How about that? Okay, so this is gonna want me to type that. Whoops. Unknown. And actual error. So error as error. So we can say if I need to have a good type guard for these errors, because I'm doing this all the time. Error message in error. Otherwise, we'll just rethrow it because we have no idea what it is. What are you complaining about? Yeah, it's of type unknown. That's why I'm checking if there's a message in it. Hey, Yago, thank you. I don't know why this is complaining. See, and the thing is, you can't say this is an error because an error could be thrown like for any reason by anything, and TypeScript just isn't happy with you saying something's an error. It has to be unknown. So I guess we do as error. And now it's unhappy because I don't know how to spell error. Convert the expression to unknown first. Well, okay, you know what? I want to put that in parentheses. Ha, take that. And now this is complaining because string. Maybe does not exist on type. Yeah, I know. As error and code. Maybe we no. Yeah, no index signature. That's why I have a default though. So why is it complaining about that? Record string. Fine. Instance of error. That's a good idea. That's much better. Error, instance of error. Thanks, Yago. I do still need to cast it so that I can get the error code. For crying out loud, I misspell error a lot. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, that's stupid. I just wish that there was a way to say that tersely. Yeah. Like, hey, there's a, well, okay, so maybe this has the type of error that it can throw. Or rejection that it can, because if I can get that type error, about code. Excuse me. Firebase auth error. Here we go. Firebase auth error. That's what I want it to be. Why not? All right, so if we go import type from Firebase auth star as Firebase or T Firebase auth. Yep, that's stupid, but let's just try that. Nope, no dice. Does this even export? Empty export? What? All right, fine. I know that they have a types. Maybe that's what I need to do. Firebase types, auth types. See, Yago, I would do that, except it doesn't, it'll complain because the code doesn't exist on the error. See, this is what bothers me a lot about TypeScript, is that it won't let me do something like that. this. And I understand why. It's because it says, oh, well, I mean, code isn't on an error, and so therefore this code is totally unnecessary and could potentially cause weird things because I know that code is not a property of error. And so to fix this, you either need to not use code, or you need to get the right type here, and that's what I'm trying to do right here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we've got error. There it goes. And there's the code. Okay. And we have an auth error that extends that. And that's what I need. I need to get the auth error. Export interface auth error. I'm importing those. So TFA auth error. Is that a thing? Why not? Oh, because I'm accessing it like a property, but it's a type, for goodness sake. And now what are you complaining about? Oh, because, well, hold on a second. Does not exist. Well, I mean, my code editor begs to differ. All right, there it is. Maybe it just didn't like the star thing. Now why are you complaining? Oh, yes, because instance of works on values, not types. Yeah, so my guess is that they don't actually export a type. Okay, so firebase.auth. Create user with email and password. Here we are again. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Firebase. I hate this. Oh, man. I think what I want is capital C5. Nope, that won't do it. There's another one. I think it's, I think it might be M. There we go. Omitted. Okay. I think instead of Firebase, I think I want it in the @Firebase. Nope, no dice. Man. All right. I'm not going to do this again, but please, people, do not minify what you publish to NPM. Don't do it. Just don't. Is Firebase auth error function? Yeah, I kind of doubt that they've got one of those. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell, but yeah, I mean, they might call it something else, but yeah, that's probably what we should do here. Here's the problem. This is why I am really bad at hack night projects and like build an app in an hour. I can't do that. I am physically incapable of doing things fast because I just have to do it right. If I wanted to do this fast, then I'd just say error as I'd do this. I'd be totally fine with doing something like this, but I can't. I can't do it. I want to do it the right way. This is my problem. Is Firebase auth error? Error is unknown. And then we'll say if code in error. Here, let's see what else was on these. Oh man. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all I care about is the code. And then I don't really care about it being import type star as FAT bat. Types Firebase auth. That's what I normally do. Such a juvenile. Okay, so tfa dot auth or dot error. That should be in there. Error is that. Good. Okay. No. Why is it complaining? Okay, it must return a value. Yeah, okay, fine. Return true. So actually, just return code in error. Okay, what are you complaining about now? Is type unknown. All right. How about this? Type of error is object and code in error. Are you happy now? No? Why? It's possibly null. Well, what happens if I do foo in null? A type error. Okay, you win, TypeScript. Fine. Error is not equal to null. And code in error. There we go. Happy now? That's what I thought. And now it should be happy, but it's not. Unnecessary conditional. Oh, good. That's what I thought. Hooray! Oh, sweet glory. And will this be happy if I remove you now? Probably not. That's a bummer. Okay. Yeah, you know, maybe I should just disable strict mode until I'm done hacking. That would probably be a good thing for my productivity, but no, I can't. I have to get it. I even have a 3-minute podcast, 3 minutes with Kent, where I say, when you're just getting started, don't have strict mode enabled. And use any, and it's fine. But for crying out loud, I can't do that. I don't want to. So I'm sorry for those of you watching who just want to see me get an auth flow working today. It's probably not going to happen. Let's be honest. Hey, here's an idea. I know everybody does things differently, but this is the way I do things. Now I don't need a comment. Okay, this is complaining because current user could be null. Okay. Bum-ba-da-dum. We'll get rid of that. We'll add that back later. Huh. Okay. Neat. And you know what? I think that I'm going to go over to my types, and we're going to add Firebase is an object. So I don't have to do this nonsense. Okay. Whew, that was fun. Next is, we got the client going. We have the Firebase server. I don't think I have that one over here yet. Oh, nope, there it is. Let's fix all these lets. And so that's cool. Get session token. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm still working on the login, but let's see if there's any other dependencies of the login I need to grab. Session server. Did I copy this one already? I can't remember. Here, yeah, he updated this to just get rid of stuff that I don't need. So I'll just say thanks. And this redirect thing. Yeah, that's his little utility, but we can get rid of that. And use the built-in from Remix. There we go. And this is going to be a request. And ID token is a string, I presume. Except this request is going to be different from the global request. This is going to be import type request from remix run data. I think that exports the request. Yep, sweet. Interesting. We're not using the request here, so maybe he removed some code or something. We'll leave it there for now. How would I test an app that's using Firebase? Yeah, I would mock Firebase's API. For integration and unit tests. End-to-end tests, yeah, I'd probably have like a test Firebase app that I would use. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Yeah, mocking Firebase's API is no fun. I don't think I've ever actually had to do that because all of the Firebase apps that I built previously were just like, whatever. I didn't really care to have it tested. All right, just checking out something. Okay. Woo, remix. We'll do something interesting with that later. All right, sweet. So now I think I've pulled everything over. Hello, Alex. Good afternoon to you. Hold on a second. I think this session server I don't have. Yeah, so all of his stuff where he's got this redirect utility, he only needs that because he built this before Remix had a redirect utility. And we're going to want to also import the request type because we've got a couple of requests here. Whoops. Okay. Oh, whoops, we got another. I can't do this. Oh, whoops. And this loader is a loader. I think he said he had a sample. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. There'll be a better way to compose some of this stuff in the future, I'm sure. I don't know why this is complaining. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure I've got this mixed up. I don't think I have that type correct. Yeah, okay, so this is actually a function doesn't need to return anything, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, it does. It needs to return what a loader returns. So it needs to accept data, and then it's a return type loader. And this data is, when did I switch to Brave? Alex wants to know. It was a couple weeks ago. I tweeted about it. I haven't missed Chrome at all. Brave has been great. I also switched to DuckDuckGo, and I have missed Google a little bit, but mostly DuckDuckGo is fine. Okay, so this data is going to have the session user known. Now, hold on. What is the session user? That. And it'll have the user, which is the UID, the string, and that's all that we'll go with right now. Okay, cool. And then this, we'll just ignore that, I guess, since we don't care. Okay, and then this DB, I don't think he gave me that. And I don't need to worry about it quite yet, I think. Yeah, so here's my get customer thing. Shoot, I will want this eventually, but for right now, dang it. I don't think it's actually that complicated what would be in DB server. But we'll just create it ourselves. DB server TS. And this is going to be shoot. I think he had it in the same place where we had Firebase admin. Yeah, I think it's just this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all that it is. In which case, I don't think it'd be in DB server. I think we can just get it from Firebase server. I'm guessing I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, because here he has users on it. Yeah. For goodness sake. All right, let's just make a DB users. Shoot, I can't remember how to do this. Firebase DB user or doc. I don't think he's using the real-time database. Yeah, he's using Firestore. Oh, okay. I was like, I just looked at that. Yeah, okay. So pretty sure that all this is going to be, we'll import DB from Firebase server. And then this is going to be our users ref. Users. and export. See, he calls it DB. I sure wish I knew what he had in there to figure out why he called it DB. But oops. But I think users ref is probably sufficient. And then we'll just bring in users ref. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna grab this. We'll just do this. We'll reorganize things later. Okay, cool. So now it's all happy. Hooray! And we'll get rid of this thing. Okay, so the last one is the big one. And that is this. So create user session. What are you complaining about? Oh, and we've got our loading button and stuff. We can get rid of that right now. Get customer. Hold on. I think I've got that now. Come on. I'm not sure the difference between sessions and session server. I should probably figure out the difference. Okay, so this is where we create our and manage the user session, the cookie session. And session server is where we have some utilities for getting the user session out of the cookie. Yep, that makes sense. See, the cool thing about this is eventually when Remix is finished, Ryan and Michael can work on making a bunch of nice abstractions around all of this stuff. And then authentication with Remix is just like, install this package, configure a couple of these things, render this here. Okay, anyway, create user session. I hate this. That's a stupid rule. I hate this rule. Just disable it. And we'll go to ESLint. Thank you. All right, this is unknown. And let message well unknown error if, come on, I've got a snippet for this. My computer does not like it when I'm streaming. E instance of error, then message equals e.message. There we go. Why are you complaining? Okay, good. And this is complaining because redirect. There we go. And I got rid of the styles, so we'll just get rid of links altogether. State. Ooh, he's using an enum. I've never used an enum in TypeScript before. True fact. Why are these complaining? The value must be defined. Well, I mean, I can see why I would have enabled this rule. Yeah, I know why I enabled this. Because I hate it when values are inferred. Where it, yeah, like when I'm running through somebody's code, like debugging it in the browser or something, if it says like status equals 1, like what the freak does that mean? So yeah, I typically don't use enums like this. What I would do is I'd say const state equals, and then I just say idle, getting ID token, creating server session, error. Oh, and except I don't use equals for this because this is an object now. And then we'll say type of. Why? No, thank you. And what are you complaining about? Oh, no, I want type of value, or, oh shoot. I want, no. I want to get just the possible values. So we can do key of value in. Is that a thing? Yeah, Alex, I know I can do the enum. I can do basically this with an enum. Maybe that's what I'll do. That way I can avoid what I'm dealing with right there. So here, let's stick with that. We'll say enum. And this is equals. And we don't have an equal there. Okay, there we go. Now I don't have to deal with the weirdness there. It's better. I could as const on the object, but actually something interesting that I've discovered. Hello there. I think that as const is unnecessary when you use const like this. Log foo. So if we look at foo, it is exactly the same as const. If we go key of foo, type keys, this is gonna, oh, no, that's interesting. I know that I tried this before. And the keys were just as if I'd said as const. Huh, now that's weird. Oh, key of type of. All right, so then if we get rid of as const, here we go. Yeah, so, and I can say, what dog? So yeah, it's interesting. I'm not entirely certain when as const is necessary for a const variable declaration. Which is kind of interesting anyway. Oh, yeah. Kapir is suggesting using type where state is this or that or that. Normally I actually go with that, except I need to use the actual values. So I'm passing the state as a value to use state, so I can't use the types. Okay, anyway, let's keep on moving. Oh, right, yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's a coming feature. Okay, so these are getting initialized to null, and that's why TypeScript is mad. Pretty sure Ryan doesn't enable strict mode. Otherwise, he would not running into these issues. But yeah, like stuff like this and stuff, which is probably why he likes TypeScript better than I do. Such a shame. Okay, anyway, we've got to type this error, or unknown. And yeah, when I say set error, this is going to be an error or null. And here, if we say if not error instance of error, then error is a new error with the error. Ha. Yep. As a string. We'll just assume that's what it is. And so now error should definitely be, I've got an idea. How about we do this? All that work. Okay. Why is this unhappy? Oh, Fine. Okay, ID token. We are unhappy with this because get ID token can resolve to undefined, and ID token must be a string according to the types given here. That's interesting. This is not expected because what if I did this? I think I'm maybe reading this message wrong. No, it's happy with that. Huh. Okay. Const ID token. If there's not an ID token, then console.error could not get an ID token, and we'll just return. And now this means submit that ID token. Yeah, okay. Okie doke. Ryan can fix that. I'm not going to fix that. Okay, auth method. Password. It's always going to be password for me. Maybe I should take this opportunity to do GitHub at the same time, since it seems like he's kind of already done all that. Yeah, let's do that. GitHub. Oh, come on. I want sign in with GitHub. And this is in Firebase client. Oh, no, I've got it. Why are you complaining? Because I removed it up here, that's right. What is, oh. Yeah, see, that's nullable. Rams get ID token. If there's not an ID token, console error, no ID, or ID, what is it? Yeah, token, param, redirect, error. I don't have a handler for that, but it makes this go away. We can add that later if need be. Okay, email ref, current select. Okay, so yeah, that's fine actually. Oh, this needs to be an HTML input element. Or null, maybe? No, I guess it's okay with that. Ryan, you're missing exhaustive depths. And this is defined within the render. And it's async. Alex was wondering how I'm involved with Remix. I'm not at all. I haven't contributed anything other than vast amounts of enthusiasm and $250 for a license. Yeah, that's how I'm involved. Throw in inside the try instead. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sorry. Missed it. Okay, anyway, so here, this is interesting. Yeah, we want this, and this is complaining. Yeah, void. We can void that thing. But yeah, use layout effect on the state. Interesting thing about this is on the server, you're not supposed to be able to use layout effect. So that's also interesting. Huh. Okay, well, I didn't write this, so we're gonna just disable this for now. Ryan? Yeah, I don't want to take the time to figure out what bugs I'm silencing. Okay, so then we've got our data. Oh. This is complaining because the state is missing. I don't see any harm in including the state in there, so we'll just include the state there. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of stuff. His loading button magic is pretty cool, actually. We're gonna get rid of this hero. Whoop. Yeah, all of this powers. Here, I don't want to show my token, but if we go to remix run, I think that, yeah, all that right there. That's his loading button. And watch this. You see that transition? That is so cool. You know why it's so cool? Because it looks like you're still in the same app. It really does. It looks like you're in the same app, but you're not. Watch. So he does a full redirect, but because he fades to white, you don't notice that you've switched apps entirely. That was just brilliant. It's so simple, but it makes the whole experience so cohesive. You get this check mark and then it fades to white. It's so cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Anyway, that's what the loading button does. It's really cool, and I'd like it if he just open sourced that. But for now, we're just going to make this a regular button, and we'll get rid of all these extra props. And that state is going to be useful for what text we show. And we can get rid of the class name here too. Here, actually. Yeah, sign in with GitHub. Yeah, we'll just get rid of all this. Oops, I want, yeah, all that. Okay, cool. Well, now things aren't angry at me anymore. So it's not going to work. I'm positive it won't work because I'm pretty sure I need to set things up with Firebase. But let's just, oh, whoops. Just give it a whirl. I think I'm already running the server, so we should be okay. Yeah, next version of Remix is going to be using ESBuild, and so the builds are going to be like 10 milliseconds. It'll be crazy. I can't even ESBuild. What? It's amazing. But right now they're not that fast. Like, that took 4 seconds. Yeah, 4 seconds to write assets build. So yeah, this is the client side stuff. But yeah, it'll be very fast when it's ES build. It'll be amazing. I can't wait. And they run the entire build during development, not just like iterative or whatever. Okay, here we go. Bum-ba-da-dum. Look at my new website. It's amazing. Log in. Ah! Put a default export in there. Yeah, you can tell Ryan wrote that message. Huh, that's interesting. You must have deleted the... Oh no, there it is. Default export right there. Huh, that's weird. Yeah, we definitely have a default export. I don't know what that's all about. That's weird. Let's just try this. Save. All right. Oh, and also it normally doesn't take 4 seconds. It's because I'm streaming right now. And see, look, assets build in like 450 milliseconds or whatever. It doesn't take that long. That one took. I think I've got a couple of servers running at once somehow or something. I'm not sure. The DX on Remix is still definitely the experimental. We're in the experimental stage right now. Okay, let's figure out if maybe now. No, it's still not happy with that. Yeah, let's restart this. PM2 dev list, I think. Is that the command? List. Yeah, we don't have any other processes going right now, so should be working. But yeah, right now my dev server, what it does is it deletes all the cache of everything, and then it runs the build, and then it starts the dev server. And the reason that it runs the build is because Remix needs, well, yeah, it's kind of sad. They're gonna fix all this stuff. It's gonna be great. Right now the DX is not great, but the technology is amazing. That's why I'm really excited about it. Okay, I just remembered I need to do something anyway. So 1 second. Here, actually, I can do it on here. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, initialize app before using. Yeah, so I do that in the client, but it's complaining that I haven't done it in on the server. I'm guessing, yeah, because this is on the Express side. That's interesting though, because I'm not running anything in the Express side right now. Let me see if he had initialize app anywhere else. Yeah, he just does it on the client as well. Very interesting. Firebase client. Yeah, that's just in the login. Okay, it keeps on crashing and starting over, so this is not helpful. Let's just turn that off. Let's figure out where. So this is the built version of the code. I'm curious why that was even running, because I hadn't actually loaded up the app yet. I just started it, but I don't think that it should. Oh no, because it requires all the modules. And so right here where I say, hey, Firestore, give me the DB. Yeah, that might be the problem. But this should be server side only. And it looks like it's getting built in to the client. That should not be the case. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, this is interesting. This should definitely not be happening. Oh no, that is build. Build is the server build. Okay, so this is happening on the server, and it's complaining because we're calling Firestore before initializing the app. But I didn't think I needed to initialize the app on the server. And this might be because I'm not using Firebase. And so maybe when you're using Firebase, you don't have to initialize the app. It just is initialized. So let's see. See what this Stack Overflow thing says. Admin. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just try that. I think I may have deleted that, actually. I think he had that before. Let's try that. Alex is just wondering what I use for personal stuff. You can find all the stuff I use on my uses page. So there you go. I use the Synology NAS. I just have it in my basement, and it works great. Okie dokie. Man, streaming is like eating my CPU, and so all Node is left with the crumbs, and it's like, what do I do with this? Sorry, it just takes a while to get started. I promise, if I tried to start up my Can't See Dots with Gatsby right now, we'd never see it finish. This is way faster than my Gatsby build by a large margin. Okay, Mock server installed. Express server listening. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready. Localhost. Login. Okay, that was interesting. It rendered something, but then something busted on the client is what happened there. Yeah, see, it's that use layout effect. I was surprised. How did he have a use layout effect? That is the question. Use layout effect. Maybe he's just ignoring the warning. That could be. Oh, right, yeah. I'm not even sure why he's using use layout effect here. I think he could get away with just a regular use effect. Because it's not, I mean, it's an async operation going on here. So it's going to be on the next tick of the event loop anyway. I don't see any benefit to using use layout effect there. But maybe he knows. But that's just a warning. So let's see what the client is complaining about. Because it seemed to have worked on the backend. Cannot read property Firebase if undefined. That's because env is not defined. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure env, window env is Ryan's own thing. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. So I need to call initialize app with some configuration options. Firebase, initialize app. Maybe I've got. No. I need a reference. Is there a reference somewhere? Reference. In fact, let's just find initialize app. There we go. There we go. This is what I need. In fact, I think that I can have something with all those values pre-filled in. I'm going to be poking around, so I'm just going to bring this over here really quick, just in case I accidentally open something that I don't want you to see. There it is. Okay. Oops. Hold on a second. I got a kid knocking on my door. He's my kid, though, and I love him. So, one moment, please. All right, we're back. Sorry about that little break. Just somebody needed my help. So here we are. Yep, that should be sufficient. Yep, that's good. Let's just make sure that this thing is compiled. And we come over here. And come on. Cannot wait for that M1 chip or the MX, whatever. Man, because I'm using Tailwind, all of this nice styling that he has on his just magically works and it looks kind of nice. Thank you, Tailwind. It's awesome. Okay, cool. So I can sign in or sign in with GitHub. I wonder how his registration works. I think when you buy it, it creates an account. So I need to have a registration thing. But let's just try signing in with GitHub. Let me turn that on first. Where did my Firebase? Oh, did I think I must have closed my console? Authentication, because I hadn't enabled GitHub. Yeah, well, here, let's add a user. Ooh, I don't want you to see my password, though. Probably be fine, but why not? I'll stick this in 1Password. Man, see, even 1Password is taking forever. All right, so let's do new login. KCD. I'm gonna add a bunch of websites. HTTPS. Can't see DODs. Remix. Add user. Sweet. Okay, now I can try and log in. So, rats. Okay, something went wrong. Unhandled state, idle. Oh, because I don't think that I handle the redirect. That's interesting. Compute metadata, project ID. Oh, that's going to be fun. Mock out those APIs. Okay, so yeah, what happens? We click login. And here's our action. Okay, creating server session. Oh, okay. Submit the ID token. And I think I saw that happen. Here, let's look for XHRs. verify password. And those are, yeah, hitting Google APIs. And here, login, data, routes, login. Okay, so we're trying to, whoa. So that is our ID token from, so this was a post. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's coming from this. Yeah. Yep, okay, that makes sense. So then we come in here, and this we 505 or 500 did on this somehow. Probably, well, we handle errors, so we must have gotten an error somewhere else. Okay, well, let's take a look here. Params to string. Tried to redirect error if there was no token. So I'm pretty sure we'll have a token. It's probably something weird going on in here. Here, and let's make a dashboard. Or actually, let's call this settings. Or here, maybe we'll do, so I have freedom to do whatever I want on my URL. Everything about the user will be under you. Yeah, sure. Settings. Dot .tsx. Okay. And here we'll need a .index.tsx. So maybe I don't need a settings page yet. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I always forget how this is supposed to work. So yeah, blog handles this. We have, yeah, blog, and then we have an outlet. And this renders within the outlet. But then for the index route, but then this renders for the /slug route. So if I do this, then there won't be any, yeah, here we'll do u.tsx. Whoops, spelled that wrong. Try that again. We'll bust that. We don't need that for right now. Okay, cool. So here then, we'll just grab this. It's nice and simple. And then he gave me an example loader that I think I'll just sample loader, sample, I think is what he called it, sample. There you go. Screen. Is it loader function? I thought it was just loader. Okay, and we don't, not using the context here, require customer. And JSON is going to come from data as well. Oh, this is going to be type. And use route data console.log data. Okay. So then over here, instead of redirecting to dashboard, we'll redirect to you without the T, please. And then, whoops. I think it was here. Let's just look for dashboard. There it is. Redirect to you. Okay. Express server, restarting, like millions of things just starting and restarting left, right, and center. This is going to be way better. Eventually, it'll all just be one cohesive thing, and it'll be so nice. I'm willing to deal with this for the opportunity that this new meta framework offers. Okay, cool. Refresh. Unhandled state idle. Huh. Well, let's handle that state. I wonder why it gets in that state in the first place. So we start out with that state. Yeah, that's interesting. Why is that state not handled? Well, I guess he didn't want to do anything with it. That's why. Because he doesn't care about not having a default case, but I do. So it'll do nothing. Break. Do thing. No, do nothing. But yeah, we'll save that later. Actually, just threw an error. That doesn't matter. So, ooh, I don't know if you'll see this or not. Wait a second. Here we go. Got another 500. Oh, okay. So we do have the ID token for sure. And that, I forgot where I logged that. I think it was in here. Yeah, okay. So we have the ID token, and then we go in here to create the user session with that token. We don't use the request at all, which is interesting. Oh, right. Yeah, we don't use the request because I can use the actual redirect things. We don't need the request. We can get rid of that. Come over here. We don't need the request here. Where did it go? Yeah, okay. So then we set the token in the session. We create the cookie. We redirect to you with that in the cookie. So get session token is quite possibly where we're getting the error. Yeah, okay. No. Get session token. Admin auth. This is probably failing right here because I need to initialize the app with my info. So, Firebase admin initialize app. We'll just go with that. There we go. Firebase admin SDK to your server. Pretty sure I installed it already. I know it works. Ah, Firebase admin. Yeah, there it is. That's good. Okay, and I need to create a new private key and whatnot, and wherewithal and wherefores and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to do the JSON format thing. Yeah, I've done this before and I hate it. Okay, so it looks like I can't get away from creating the JSON file, but or creating the JSON, but I think that I might be able to put it in an environment variable, which is definitely preferable with this Firebase config thing. So we're gonna try that. Oh wait, no, that's for initialization options. And that's only if you initialize without parameters. Yeah. How would you ever make that work locally is the question. I guess it's using their emulator you can. Which is what I want to avoid if I can help it. Okay, so it looks like I can't get away from this, so we're gonna do this. Okay, generate new private key. Yeah, okay, here, let me get this set up here first. Can I make it convert to an import statement? Nope. Import service count from and this will be, I've got a config folder. That's probably where I'll put it. And we'll go to git ignore config Firebase service account key JSON. That's where we'll put it. I thought I had a config, but I guess I don't. Well, I do now. Okay. And we'll just close that right there. Config. This is going to be Okay. So now I just need to put something in that file, and then it should be happy. So you generate the new private key. Okay. And let me open config. And we're gonna drag and drop to replace it. Boom-ba-dum. Okay, good. And now this is complaining because well, you know what? TS expected, or yeah, this can't infer from JSON. Maybe that's weird. Okay, so now we should be set to do this verify token stuff. I don't want to do 2 weeks. I want to do like a month. So instead of 14, we'll do 30. 30 days. But I'm not going to save that because I don't want it to reboot. I'm just going to refresh. We'll try this one more time because I do have to take my kids somewhere before too long. Where'd my 1Password go? Should have made it something memorable. Okay, boom, we're at the U route now. I don't know why it's taking so long. But we're at the U route, so we did get redirected. So that's cool. Something exploded. That's what happened. Oh, no, these are just warnings from Okay, well, let's take a look. I have a default export in there. There must be something weird with the way it's being compiled. Because I most definitely have a default. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what? Well, that's weird. All right, well, u.tsx. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Yeah, U screen. U screen, I screen, we all screen for U screen. Weird. All right. All right, so here's what's going on. When I go start, we do this require build directory thing. And if that file doesn't exist already, then it blows up. And that file is created by remix build. But I don't want to run the whole build. So what I'm going to do is we'll say build/index.js. And we'll just module exports this. And now I should be able to say PM2, where are you? Oh, for goodness sake, I'll just run PM2 because it does the watching and everything for me too. So as it runs the whole build, I'm thinking that we had something weird cached or something. I'm not sure because I totally have a default export here. It's right there. Yeah, there's something weird going on, but I'm pretty sure that I have a cookie now. Yeah, so my session should be, I should be logged in, I think, and we should get some user data of some kind. Except I don't know about this require customer thing. Let's see. I get the session user. Oh, here it'll, I think it should actually redirect me to buy. Yeah, so there's nothing in here in the user doc for the session user UID. Okay. Oh, come on. I gotta stop live streaming so much until I get a computer that can handle it, because this is really sad. Okay. Yeah, permission denied. Oh. Fine. I think I need to make the table too, because I haven't enabled Firestore yet, and we're trying to read something out of Firestore. And I need to find my user's UID and create an entry in there. So I've got the UID right there. Come on, Google, you can be faster than this. Okay, so I called mine. Oh, hey, so this is what Remix does when it starts the build. It has requires for all of your routes and stuff. That way, it works out of the box with pretty much all the like serverless server function things. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm looking for no. I forgot. What am I looking for? User doc. There we go. Users. That's what it's called. Next. And then I grab it by the session user UID. And field, we're going to say it's field is team. The value is blue. Okay, cool. So now that that's in there, let's refresh and see what happens. Oh my goodness. I'm just double checking that you're not seeing anything that you shouldn't be. I think we're good. It's not showing my password. All this stuff can be reset. There it is. Bum-ba-dum. And there's my session user. Here's the user. Oops, that's the proto of the user. Cool. Yes. Authentication on kentcdodds.com is complete. Okay, that's actually as far as I'm going to go. There's so much cleanup to be done, but it works. I need to like implement registration and all that too. But yeah, it totally works, and I'm gonna keep working on this and clean up all this stuff. And I think I'm gonna stick with Firebase. So yeah, that's nice. Can't believe that I actually got it done. Because yeah, this is never a fun thing for me. All right, thanks for hanging out. I hope that was fun for you. I'm gonna go hang out with my family now, and I hope you all have a marvelous, wonderful day. Yeah. Peace out.